We were joking at noon that part of this midweek stretch of rain may just be like nuisance rain as opposed to
That's what
the
today was,
soaking
right?
rain we need. Yeah.
But even still, it's like it felt weird still.
Something about it feels good, honestly.
It's good. It washes stuff off. Like we talked about this, like all these cars and other stuff that just my grill. It just had like dust on it.
Dirt.
Yeah, it's just such a weird
Living in the
thing
desert all summer.
We'll try to do better in rain on Thursday, so we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, this round was, it wasn't really much. I didn't even look at the accumulations officially yet, but it's going to be under 1/4 of an inch for pretty much everyone as these showers continue to move out over the ocean. Still into Bar Harbor a little bit next half hour, so that should clear out. We look back to the west, though, there's not really that much more rain here. Just a couple of scattered showers out across Vermont, upstate New York, and New Hampshire. So tonight will be just some scattered showers, but I don't think there's much of that. Southern Maine is cloudier compared to central and northern Maine, which is partly cloudy. One thing you'll see tonight, and you'll see really throughout this week, is, we dipped down into the 30s and even 20s a little bit last week and into last weekend. That will not be the case this week. Our overnight lows will be a lot warmer. It's a little bit more humid. There'll be more cloud cover, so that'll keep temperatures up overnight. Tonight is one of those with an isolated sprinkled chance. And tomorrow, this model has us pretty cloudy. I tend to think it's overdoing that a bit, though, and we're likely to see more high thin clouds, and the most cloud cover will be over southern and western Maine. An isolated shower is possible there, especially in the morning. But otherwise, I think we see a mixture of sun and clouds with more sun across northern Maine, more clouds across southern and western Maine, temperatures only in the 60s. And then Thursday, our next batch of rain arrives, and this is more substantial. I don't know if I'm going to call it a soaking rain here, but it is going to be maybe up to an inch or so, which we'll talk about in just a minute, moving from southwest to northeast during the day on Thursday. And really our heaviest stuff is likely in the afternoon, late afternoon, early evening, when we try to set up a band with some heavier downpours. Now, is it here or here? That's something small scale models are going to have trouble with, but there will be a zone that gets more rain than the rest of the state, and then this moves out early Friday morning, and Friday actually turns out to be a nice day in the upper 70s. So the European model and the GFS model mostly agree here that we're looking at about 1 inch of rain. Now, there will be variations in that. You can see the European model must drop a thunderstorm over Wiscasset and gives it 2 inches. But the idea is that I think about 1 inch will be common for most areas. After that, we clear out. Actually, the weekend looks really, really nice. Saturday looks good, and then Sunday we could be near, if not into the low 80s. So we still get a nice weekend out of it. Will this help the drought? It kind of depends on how you define help. I don't expect that this would reduce the severity of the drought on the drought monitor map, for example. However, it's not another week where it's not raining, right? So that's how I look at it, is at least you're treading water with 1 inch of rain as opposed to losing more ground. So that's kind of where we're at. Because I got an email the other day that said, so if we go into the winter, we're gonna have to solve it during the winter.
Somehow.
That's a lot harder and a lot messier.
Yeah.
So we'll keep an eye on that, but at least something coming Thursday.
I'm at the point now where I'm nervous about the well drying out.
And a lot of people are, because we're getting to that point. So at least we'll get something this week.
All right, Pete, thank you.